Hey guys, so this is my Doctor Strange film review. And there'll probably be spoilers, so be careful. I thought it was awesome. The film seriously was the perfect way to enter the whole mystical side of the Marvel Universe, because the way it explores it, the way they actually kind of do the whole magic and kind of explain how it can actually be used was so spot on. They're able to like use as shields, as weapons, you know. We haven't seen anything like that except with the Scarlet Witch, you know, but Doctor Strange isn't firing energy blasts just yet, so maybe that'll happen down in the future. But the way they just introduce it all and the concept behind it and how it's kind of grounded in the reality of the Avengers and just normal living, it plays very, very well. They did an awesome job. Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, again, I mean, I think we all knew from the trailer that he was going to be the perfect Doctor Strange, and he was. He had the arrogance in the beginning, you know, he had the gravitas to kind of have this character go through this journey and you believe it. So he was amazing. Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One, I mean, I cannot complain about her performance because she was awesome. She had this whole strength but also this vulnerability because, as you know, well, as you don't know, I'm about to tell you, she dies in the movie naturally because Doctor Strange has become Sorcerer Supreme, so I mean, she has to, you know, get the axe. But when she finally meets her end, there's this frailty to her that she's actually scared to die. After she's like lived thousands and thousands and thousands of years, she's actually scared of dying, and the way she was just able to convey that actually made me like really, really sad, and kind of forgot the whole whitewashing controversy thing that Marvel did, kind of. Still a little annoyed by it, but you know what, I mean, she did awesome in the role, so I can't, you know, like, can't see anything bad about that. Chiwetel Ejiofor was Mordo, and I think my only critique on him was I think he was a bit underused, especially in the third act. I think he could have like done more to help Doctor Strange, but I mean, we know he's going to be set up to be the nemesis in the future Doctor Strange movies because the second after credit scene, there's two, FYI, the last one you kind of see that he's going down the dark path, so he'll come to butt head with Doctor Strange in the future films, so we haven't seen the end of him, so that's good. Matt Mickelson as Caecilius, he was awesome, you know. I mean, this is a thing the Marvel movies are getting a lot of slack for, and I kind of have to agree that their bad guys are just kind of forgettable. You really have Loki, and he's like the only one that really sticks around. I mean, the Winter Soldier's not a bad guy anymore, but like, although just, you know, it's just another toss out. Here's a bad guy, let's get rid of him and let's move the movie along. He's also just the puppet for Dormammu, who's going to be the overarching villain. So we're introduced to him in this film, the whole dark dimension. So I'm interested to see what they'll do with Dormammu. My only thing that I didn't like about Dormammu was he just looked very not as threatening as I wanted him to look. In the film, he's just this like floating purple head that's kind of like rippling with like energy and stuff, and has like crazy like evil looking eyes. But it just wasn't as menacing as I thought it would be. I mean, in the comic book, she's like this like black skull that's like has like these like flames, you know. He just looks like pure evil. That's not exactly what I wanted to see in a movie version, but I just would have liked something that was more like, I don't know, apocalyptic and life-threatening instead of this like just like purple rippling face. So that was my one thing I just probably really wasn't that big a fan of in the film. It just kind of was slightly disappointing. But yeah. Now, one of the best parts of the film are all the CGI effects that are scattered throughout the film, like the whole altering of worlds and shaping reality. The way they just did this in this film was beyond fantastic. Like seriously, things are moving and things are moving within that. It's just so trippy, and then they're having these whole like mystic fights within it. It's just, there's so much to see and so much to try and watch and pay attention to that it's, but the good thing is they give you time to kind of like digest it. They're not like quick scenes. You're able to kind of like see what's all going on. They like want you to pay attention to it. So it's just done very well. All the Inception style kind of CGI effects were spot on, and I just can't wait to see more of it. The whole CGI effects of the whole magic shield, the glyphs. I think the glyphs are just like such a good detail to pull from the comic books, because every time in the comic books, when they do spells or magic, you know, they kind of have these like glyphs around their hand and stuff. So the way they just like kept it going as a running theme when they're using their magic, it looks so visually pleasing. This movie was so great. The effects were just amazing, like, and it just looked so real. So I really just can't wait to see how they incorporate that once Doctor Strange just moves over to the other films, because he will. Spoiler alert, the first after credits scene is Doctor Strange talking to, hey, Thor, and he's asking him about his brother Loki, because they're both looking for his father Odin, and Doctor Strange wants to get rid of Loki, so he's like, let me help you. So it looks like we might be seeing Doctor Strange in Thor Ragnarok, which is kind of good to know, right? So one of the important things for Doctor Strange in the larger MCU universe films is the fact that we're introduced to another Infinity Stone. In the film, we're introduced to the Time Stone, which is in the Eye of Agamotto, which is the main amulet that Doctor Strange uses towards the end of the film. So we know that's one of the 6 Infinity Stones, and we have one more left to be introduced, and that's Soul Gem. So we'll hopefully maybe see that sometime down the line, and hopefully they use it to bring Quicksilver back from the dead, because I don't want him to be dead anymore. Now, naturally, what we find in a lot of Marvel films is a good sense of humor, and this one is no different. Basically, the comic relief throughout the film is the Cloak of Levitation, which is basically the red cape that he wears that allows, Doctor Strange to fly. But in this film, they basically made the cape have a personality of its own. It's not just like an inanimate object, it's like an inanimate object with a personality. So it's very funny in the way he always is helping like Doctor Strange, and there's a moment where Doctor Strange cries and the little cape like wipes away his tears and he's like, stop it, So it's really, really funny, and it basically just makes me wish I had a Cloak of Levitation, because that would be awesome. And they say dreams don't come true. Looks legit, right? All I need is some white streaks and I'm basically Doctor Strange. Well anyways, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.